Leo here with an event video on Jon Gruden versus the NFL, a case involving a former head coach for the Raiders football team and his resignation following the leak of several of his emails to the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal. Approximately 1 month after his resignation, Mr. Gruden filed a lawsuit alleging that the NFL conducted, quote, a malicious and orchestrated campaign, unquote, specifically accusing Commissioner Roger Goodell of seeking to destroy his career and reputation. The NFL shot back with a statement categorizing the lawsuit's claims as disreputable, calling the allegations, quote, entirely meritless, unquote, and vowing to vigorously defend themselves. District Court Judge Nancy Alf refused to allow the NFL to compel arbitration and remove the case from the public court system. The NFL appealed, initially prevailing, only for the Supreme Court to reconsider en banc, effectively vindicating Judge Alf and joining her in finding the NFL's arbitration provisions unconscionable. District Court Judge Joe Hardy is allowing comprehensive electronic coverage of the proceedings, the first of which was held on May 25th and has already been published. Jon Gruden is represented by Adam Hosmer-Henner, Chelsea Latino, and Jeffrey Silvestri. The NFL is represented by Cannon Shanmugam, Maximilian Fataz, and Tiana Vogelin. You can keep up to date with our coverage schedule by visiting ournevadajudges.com, and feel free to post any questions you have down in the comments below, or you can send us an email at media@ournevadajudges.com.
But I guess the first ruling is one that is very much favorable for Jon Gruden. Or discovery will happen, public information will take place. So they were trying to get this behind closed doors, I do believe, if you were to break this down. But instead, a judge has deemed, this is to go through public. And it is interesting to think about how this all plays out, okay? Very, very interesting. Jon Gruden, I think, obviously got fired, kicked out, banned from the NFL in life for using homophobic slurs in emails in 2014? I forget what we don't know the exact year. He gets kicked out of the league whenever this whole thing happened, fired, I believe, with cause, so his contract, which was over $100 million. I mean, it all ended for him. He was the only person out of these hundreds of thousands, 600,000 plus documents. His emails were the only ones that were made public, and then obviously he's fired and his life goes the way it goes. Yeah, it is a wild scene. It is certainly a wild situation. As it was happening, it was wild. Now looking back on it, it's crazy to think about. And now with this ruling, it's like, I think the NFL is very much like, wait a minute. A guy who has committed his entire life to football and to the NFL is now at a point where he can potentially tell them, okay, if you guys are just comfortable with all these things that are in these, because there could be business stuff in there. Mm-hmm. I mean, there could be
like 600,000. Discovery
is a wild thing, just as somebody that has been sued before by Brett Favre. Mm-hmm. This is, the whole conversation was basically like holding over, like, you want,
what else you got?
You want Discovery? You want Discovery to happen? And I was like, yeah, whatever. What does this mean? And they're like, they have the right now to look through what evidence would be. And evidence is anything they deem possible. So any of your text messages, any of your emails. And it doesn't just have to be text messages that are directly pertinent to the situation, because you might have had conversations with other people about that as well. So it's like the amount of things that Discovery can get and everybody's going to learn about you basically is what is the scary thing for people that are potentially going in it. Now, Jon Gruden's going to have the same exact situation. They're going to be operating Discovery against him as well, which is, I assume, what the NFL is saying.